I hope your attention span is longer than his. Anyway, welcome to the bike show. If your attention span is long enough, then you're going to see Don riding two adventure bikes at opposite ends of the price spectrum. And we'll also be taking a look at the latest very special arrival in South Africa from MV Augusta. First though, after his recent report on the launch of the new Tiger 1200 in South Africa, he decides to grace us with his own opinion.
Previously, we attended the launch of the new Triumph Tiger 1200 range in Mpumalanga, and we did a piece on it that's now on our YouTube channel for your amusement. You might have noticed that I gave it a very objective look, saying only facts and letting other journos give opinions. That's because whenever we say anything nice about a motorcycle at a launch, we are accused of being bribed by 5-star hotels and nice food and hospitality.
So what I essentially did is I threw Glenn, Morak and Gugu under the bus. Yeah, you could question their credibility. Not that I would have said anything different, because on those launches, well, they invite you no matter what. I mean, if you're going to get really unfairly nasty, maybe not, but there's never a reason to do that, not really. So, but either way, here I am, completely untainted, unsullied by the watchful gaze of PR people and executives and 5-star hotels and things like that. And this is my own opinions.
And with that, there are a few problems, starting with its seat height. Observe.
So here we go, simple job. I've just got to get on the motorcycle and pick the side stand up. I mean, how hard can that be? Okay, open the door, as they say in riding schools. Okay, run. Ooh. Okay, side stand. Come on.
Then there's the new T-plane motor with an irregular firing order. That means that the race car sound of the previous triple motor is gone and replaced with something else.
I'm trying to figure out what this motor is. Okay, it's what it sounds like. I'm listening to it. It's kind of like V-twin, not quite V-twin, not triple, not four. It's mind-boggling. It's like going to space in my brain I've never been before. This is like seeing a new color, a new primary color for the first time. Like my brain doesn't know what this is. It's got this loud sort of growly sound at the bottom, like a twin. Then it starts revving a bit more, and it's no, wait, it's not a twin. It's not a. I don't know. It doesn't sound bad. I'm not sure what it sounds like. My brain's trying to figure out where to put this.
There's a reason they've done this, though.
What they have done with this motor is not concentrate on top-end power, which is, this seems to be the sort of theme that a lot of people are doing, especially Triumph, is that you don't concentrate on top-end power. You put most of the concentration on the kind of mid-range. So that when you're traveling along, for example, like this, at like second whatever gear at kind of lowest revs, you can go, it's just, and a lot of power happens. A lot of energy goes to the back wheel, and the back wheel goes like that.
The total output is 148 horsepower and 130 newton meters of torque. Not like those numbers really matter.
This isn't the fastest bike in the world, but it's a lot of fun. It's really easy to ride. And I think that's what they're going for. Change down a gear, hook it out of this corner, get the throttle open, light the rear wheel. The quick shift on this thing is amazing. It's amazing. It's just at any revs, it just works. BMW, go buy one of these, go and ride it, and then make your GS like that. Good boy, go do that.
This particular model is the Tiger 1200 Rally Pro. The rally part means off-road with longer shower suspension and a 21-inch spoked front wheel. The Pro part, as opposed to the Explorer, means 20-litre tank instead of 30 and a bunch less electronics. But also a smaller price tag and a lighter weight. That's on top of the 26kg Triumph slashed off all the 2022 Tiger 1200 models.
So 26 kilograms, that's a lot of weight. Man, that's a lot of weight. And I'll tell you how much the weight that is. I went past another dealership, used dealership. They had a 2015 1200 Triumph. And we just on the showroom there, picked it up, sat on it, moved it around, then went into the parking lot, sat on this thing. That was yesterday. There's a different world. I mean, this bike is a different world compared to those old ones. The older model Triumph Tigers or Explorers, they had quite a good relationship with gravity. The two worked really hand in hand to try and keep their bikes as horizontal on the floor as possible. Their relationship is now broken up. Facebook official.
The tall height of this bike does have a mild advantage.
It's comfortable. It should be. There's a lot of leg room. It should be. This thing is about 3 stories tall. So as long as I'm here riding like this, I'm comfortable. So the moment I try and stop and turn around or reverse out of my garage or stop at a traffic light or blink, then there's problems.
What isn't a problem is pretty much everything else about this bike.
Bikes like this, they're sort of simplistic in a way that just everything just sort of works kind of simply. Once you've got it all together, it just works very, very well. And it does it while being stylish and looking good. Looking relatively good for an adventure bike. And it's impossible to not love a Triumph. Just every bike they make has just got something, they always just have a quality, a sort of likable quality about them. And this one is no different. It's got a weird engine sound. It's not unpleasant. You don't quite know, but you kind of like it. The way it sort of encourages you to ride it better, ride it harder. I like that. The way it feels, everything. It just feels nice. And this specific bike is 305,000 Rand, which is quite a bit less than everything else like this. And I know, because Triumph South Africa had to work very hard to get that price, especially with the Rand the way it is. And, well done to them. Well done to them. I wish they'd make it shorter. So I got to say all of that now when I'm not being sort of bribed with 5-star hotel treatments and lovely food and pretty PR ladies. So now you know it's real. That's exactly what I would have said at the launch. It's exactly what I said now. Except now you're not going, ooh, 5-star hotel. I hope you're not saying that.
I'm definitely not saying he's staying in a 5-star hotel, but then I've seen the state of his house. And as for evading a bunch of trolling comments, I'm afraid he's probably failed there as well because of the way he demonstrated the tall seat height. I've done the same thing in the past myself in the way of illustrating a point, and I was on the end of lots of hate mail about being a rubbish journalist and not knowing how to get on a tall adventure bike. Well, Don knows as well that he could step on the near side peg first and make life a lot easier. It's just artistic license, you know. And even though I've tried to preempt the hate mail there, some people live to be kind of awkward and will troll him anyway. After the break, the maddest naked bike in the world.